Greetings, ghouls. It's time to discuss, disgust, and dissect.
Oh, hey there, Chris.
Whoa!
Luckily, because of the bubbles, there's no indigestion.
And now, introducing our hosts, the gruesome twosome, Mike and Jeremy.
We are Fans of the Dead.
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
You just know, and like they're not wearing any pants. Unpopular opinion.
I get it, because shotguns and dive bars, hand in hand.
What are you in for? Leather lung?
That's the beer review. Shut up. That's the beer review. Shut up.
Yeah. This is random B-rollage. We are at the First Annual RAMMPFEST, rock and metal music podcast. Fest. I have Christopher with me.
Hello.
Just hanging out, setting stuff up, doing things.
Setting up drums currently. Watching Zach grab some chords. Very sexy, Zach.
Yeah, grab those chords,
Grab
Zachary.
those chords.
Grab them.
Grab them.
Grab them.
A full handful.
Just grab them. Don't put them down. Good job.
I think he got scared,
Well,
honestly.
like a gazelle. That's
Gazelling
Marcus.
it up.
Marcus is also with us, but not in audio form, just physically.
And he doesn't have cables in his hand.
He doesn't have a camera, though. And, yeah. Cool, thanks.
Cool, thank you.
And we're back.
Hey.
We're here.
Hey.
Everybody's being recorded.
Hey.
Even the microphones that aren't near people.
Yeah, we probably should have put a disclaimer. You will be recorded today,
Yeah, that probably
wherever you
that would
are.
have probably been a good idea.
Oh well. Sue us.
I mean, it is a podcast. I mean, that's
Yeah,
kind
sue
of what
us.
happens, right?
Sue us. See what happens.
Yeah, we don't get any money.
Sue Podcast the entity. You tell me where you find it. I'm just kidding.
Spotify will own that, too.
Good day so far.
Yeah.
I'm only moderately tired.
I was more tired this morning lugging all that shit upstairs. But
Yep. Can't wait to do it again at 2 o'clock in the morning.
luckily, you can just throw it down the stairs.
True. I'm still entertaining that idea. We just tell Sean this is all his now.
Smart. They don't have to worry about it.
Good turnout so far. Like everything has gone like swimmingly.
Mm-hmm.
I ran out of stuff to do. People showed up on time.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah. Smooth so far.
But yeah, the first annual RAMMPFEST
Yep.
is going. Baby.
It's going.
Going.
And everybody gets to come along for the ride.
Come again, Chris. Please.
Chris has now joined us again. On the... He's on the...
Christopher, what is your pre-show ritual? Like knowing that you are going to be jamming out in like 7 hours.
Well, to start, he takes drugs that he's allergic to.
Whip a titty out.
Did you do that? Did you actually take the ibuprofen?
I did.
Sweet.
I did.
So we're going to have like a chemical reaction.
While I'm
Between that
on
and the pizza.
while I'm on stage.
Yeah, you just start skitzing out like right at that moment, like when all the lights are out and all you see is sparkly things
He's
everywhere.
like glowing.
He starts like flying around. He's just like, it's like, where's he going?
Games guild.
So voluptuous.
Is he gonna play out there?
It's like a bat trying to get
It's
out
a
a window.
whole it's a whole different definition of flying V.
I've never seen anybody play guitar from a ceiling fan.
You will today.
That's 20 feet
That's a
above the
first for
floor.
everything.
That's probably like a 24-footer right there.
I mean, that's up there.
Might be 28 because usually a
Are they
floor-
spinning before I get up there though? That's a question.
you gotta time it. It's kind of
Okay.
like miniature golf
Okay.
with the windmill. You gotta get in there before the.
I'd go with that one. I think that's the slowest one.
Yeah, that one's kind of suffering.
So not the one way up there in
No,
the
that
corner.
one's fucking out of control.
Just don't break the one that I'm going to be standing under. If that's even a thing.
Or just don't stand under any of them. And then
Yeah.
That
Yeah, that
fixes-
way there it gives me free
fixes
range
everybody's
to
problem. Everybody's problem.
gives me free range to spin on whatever fan I want.
All right, well, this is good, solid content.
The
We're doing
only-
good.
the only
We're
thing-
talking about
no,
spinning
the
on
only
fans.
thing that this venue's missing is a fucking disco ball.
There are so many
Well,
fans
technically
here
there
right
is
now.
one in the middle. It's just electric.
There are so many fans
That's
here
not-
right
no,
now.
that's just lights, bro.
Doors don't even open until 5 o'clock, and there are so many fans here right now.
There
Well,
are.
there's 4,
There are.
plus my 5th one, my only fans on stage.
Yeah, that one blows pretty hard.
Nice.
It does not. It's actually very sad and very vibrating.
All right, good check, boys.
Okay. Hey, we're here.
We're here, and we're back.
Where are we?
Got to turn Dave all the way up so he can clip the shit out of your mic for you. You're welcome.
Was that better?
That was a little loud, but we're good.
That's the point. You gotta
We're
go
good.
over the music in the background.
What music?
Yeah, exactly.
My tinnitus is acting up. You can hear that?
We got, obviously, David with us, and we have Mike from Fans of the Dead.
What up?
Yeah.
You guys excited to be here?
First Annual RAMMPFEST.
No,
Just
that's
kidding.
Incorrect.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the one that's going to go down in history.
it
We're
is.
going to be like, this is the 100th annual. Do you guys
Hell
remember
yeah.
one?
That's right.
I mean, it couldn't go down in history or in flames. It's not over. It's
If it
still
goes down
going.
in flames, it'll definitely go down in history.
Yeah, like the Led Zeppelin thing, right?
If there's flames, let me get my pre-roll ready. Sorry.
This is the city of chairs. If a building burns, it's going to be the city of that building that burned.
Yeah, for everything, yeah.
The Chair
This is
City.
This is a fucking a room of Kindle, essentially.
Pretty good turnout, man. It's early, and we already got a whole
Yeah.
bunch of people floating
I
through
know
here.
the Suicide Squirrels got like they sold all 30 tickets.
Let's go.
Yeah, I know the Bag Lady guys sold a good chunk. Creation has a decent amount.
There's a
I
lot
can't-
of people here for before showtime.
I can't wait to see Bag. I've never seen Bag Lady before.
We've never seen them live.
I've seen a lot of bag ladies.
No, I've seen a lot of
from
Bag
Framingham,
Ladies.
so you know.
No, you guys don't have those bags.
But I
We get
haven't
the paper
seen
bags. You don't have
the
the plastic
Bag
bags.
Lady.
Oh, they're paper bag ladies now.
Yeah.
And you got to pay for that.
Yeah, that's the thing now, right?
And they don't have a bagger usually, so I'm bagging my own groceries.
And
It's
still
like my
paying for
first
it.
job, but now I'm paying for it instead of getting paid. It's
And you got a paper bag. Yeah.
It's a little silly.
It's the day and age we live in. At least we were raised in the generation that returns their cart to the cart return area.
people do that.
Get out, Mike.
I
I know.
I get back to my car and I'm surrounded by cars.
Yeah.
It's funny, when I was unloading all my gear, I found my big bags of zip ties, and I was like, oh, I normally keep those for when people leave their parking lot, their cart in the parking lot, and I zip tie it to their door handle.
I thought you meant for the
How
hookers
do
in
you
your
know
trunk.
it's their car?
Because I watch them,
Okay.
you know.
Just in the parking lot for hours.
Look, you gotta keep them. You gotta keep them right in your door. If you're walking through the parking lot and you see somebody, you know, you
Got
see
like an
the-
orange vest.
Yeah.
The fucking cart police.
Where are your papers?
Is this your cart?
Zzt.
You'll have a headlight out.
So what's the beer for tonight?
Ooh,
It's a good question. Marcus is actually the one in charge of that.
he is.
I believe they're a common man
Oh
beer.
crap! I probably shouldn't.
So
I'm already
we
drinking
won't know
Common
what
Man.
they are, and we have to, I guess, kind of guess what they're going to be, from what I understand.
Blind test.
Yeah, of piss.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
can fill up a couple for you.
I still say my tagline is better. We call it the Olympus.
yes. Yes.
All the lager beers.
Yeah.
Gotta try every one of them.
How many have you guys done?
Oh my God. We have
All of
we
them.
have 136 episodes, 37 episodes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, we've gone through a lot. And it gets to the point, man, where we're just kind of like.
Do you have like a pie chart of like good and
So
bad?
our website, Marcus actually has like all the ratings for every one of them. So they're saved. And for the longest time, I actually had in my basement, I had built like a wall essentially and put all the cans that we did over time. And that's not there anymore because it's a room
Look
now.
like
but like,
clutter. Yeah.
yeah.
The shelves couldn't handle it.
I ran out of room. I mean,
It's 5 cents a piece. Yeah.
Yeah, I use it
Sitting on a small fortune.
pretty much. But yeah, man, it's been a lot.
A lot of brouhahas. More ha-has than brews.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of bad.
Yeah, there is.
That's like when we did the
I don't know,
guys from New Jersey. And they were like, "Wow, you rated that really high." It's like, yeah, we've had some gross ass.
Yeah,
beers,
we've
but,
had some nasty
I know
beers,
we're
bro.
like the level of disgusting.
I mean, there's a lot of companies that spend money on marketing. Like, I'm like, wow, that looks cool. Like, I want to drink that. And then you drink it, and you're like, well, I guess all the money
It was
went
all
onto
marketing,
this
yeah.
cartoon character
Right, yeah,
telling me
pretty
to
much.
drink.
Awful.
Well, we talked about Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's got his
316 IPA. It was
beer.
mid.
But
It
like
was
the
whatever.
regular one is just it's not good.
Yeah, his
like
regular
for how
Broken
much,
Skull.
Like, you know, he has like that beer thing. That was like his thing, and it's like, no, it's just bad.
Yeah, the Broken Skull IPA
Broken
was
Skull,
like
that's
basic, and then the 316 IPA was like slightly better than basic.
I mean, didn't he just drink Coors Light?
No, he actually, it wasn't Coors, it was Busch.
That's right.
It was Busch Light.
So, I mean,
Nectar of the Gods.
come on.
Yep. And slapping them together over his head.
Yeah, yeah.
Funnily enough, Busch is the first beer I ever had.
Yeah,
It was by
that
accident.
that story. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that classic one you've heard a time or two.
yeah. But I don't think he has. But
I'll spare him the details. It's
Tell
not.
us again.
cool.
I was
I
at
don't
a
remember the first beer I ever had.
I was at a football spaghetti supper, and I reached into a cooler with Pepsis and pulled out a Busch, and nobody corrected me, and I didn't even notice. So I'm like walking down the stairs.
This
and
Pepsi has gone bad.
yeah, no, I cracked it, and I was wicked thirsty, so I chugged like half of it, you know. And when I was done, I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And I look, and it's Busch Light. I'm like, "Oh no!" And I went to turn around to like go throw it away or put it back, you know, walk back up the stairs. Both my football coaches are walking down the stairs behind me. I was like, "Oh no!" And I ran downstairs and put it on the table in the middle of everyone, and then went in the other room. But yeah, that was my first beer experience. Good times. I've upgraded. Now I'm drinking
I
Yingling.
feel like mine came in a cup, so it could have been anything.
It could just been a whatever, a mixed bag. I mean, if you count like when you're younger and you like try it, I mean like I guess Coors is like what I had in my white trash house, so like that's
Yeah,
kind of what I
probably
had.
Budweiser or something.
And like you know when you're younger too, like you look for flavor and like it's not there. You're like this is gross. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people let oh fine, have one
Fine,
sip.
you're not gonna like
Oh,
it.
This is nasty.
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, it's-
Can I finish this off?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Watch out for that kid.
Yeah.
We were in a parking lot, and you could smell the aroma of the car parked next to us, and my daughter's like, that smells really good. What is that? And I was like, I think they hit a skunk. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, that's not good.
Better
Oh, boy.
watch out.
Everywhere, I guess.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, probably at her age, yeah. But
Oh yeah. Oh well. To each their own.
start him young. Keeps him quiet.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
She has no problem sleeping. She's just so hungry.
It's actually more expensive.
Where did all the chips go?
Yeah. The chips are the first thing to disappear. Dude, I'm stoked. People are filing in even more now.
Yeah.
We're going to have the floor flooded here in a minute. We're going to be rocking people's faces off.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, boys. It was good.
Woo.
Catch you on the flippity flop.
I'm good.
All right, so we're good.
So, fans of the dead, Mike and Jeremy here with Point the Finger. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank
you
you.
for being here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys.
Yeah, no, this is another cool event. Really happy to be here. You know,
It's we're no stranger to benefit shows. We started out with this, and not to get us, for recognition, but we always started out with benefit shows because hey, we could play and then we could do for a good cause, and we realized that this was Minus 22, another organization for veterans, and that it's. You know, these guys fought for our freedom, so that's awesome.
No, I have family members that have been in either the Marines, the Army, the Navy.
yeah.
A couple Purple Hearts in the family, and
You know, and I think the thing is even if we didn't, you know, on some goes our grandparents did. It's something that everybody that holds true to
Yeah,
us.
I-
And you can hear the crowd, you can hear the buzz behind us. Like, we're happy to be here.
you know, and one of the things that has kept us together. Like our grandfathers were friends. We're both in the military back in I don't know if your grandfather was World War II or Korea, but same thing.
No, I'm not as old as you.
I'm like, oh man, my
No, you're older.
World War II.
World War II? How old are?
Yeah, he neglects to mention that he's
how
actually
did you guys
older
get
than me.
involved with this benefit?
We've been in the band, man, since 2007. Yeah, and we actually started practicing at one of our best buddies' house, who was a Marine, and Joey.
Yeah, and he's a state trooper now.
He's a state trooper now, but
very stand-up guy. Very stand-up guy.
You know, and the thing is that we started playing a lot of weekends, or a lot of just like weekend nights. We played, but he was always there to watch us practice. He went us to practice space, but he was always there. You know, and we didn't realize it was probably a getaway for him. And we played, and
I don't remember about his father Jose. He was a very big fan of us. He says, "You guys are just going to keep going on, whether you make it or not. You guys are going to keep going on." And yeah. We persevered through the years.
So yeah, no, we all have family members who've been in the military, and this we get paid to play, but this is something
It's not work.
This is something that this is not work. I mean, you look at the veterans that are here, the veterans that are coming, like, this isn't work. You know, what we get to do, yeah, I'm a drummer, he's a guitarist, but what we do is nothing compared to what these guys do every day. So if we can just give them 30 minutes of fun, that's what we want to do.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, and I mean, with a show like this, the vibe is much different. It's a lot lighter, you know?
It is. It's 100% different, you know. We're happy to be here.
Like I said, we're no stranger to benefits. We've been doing a lot of benefits over the years. And especially, we like to get into them, but I mean, we've done cancer benefits and personal benefits and whatever. But especially this is, you know, our veterans from World War I to Desert Storm to you know, now. We're grateful for those people, because those people are very different than the everyday average Joe. They train and they're here to protect us, and that's it. You know, fight for our freedoms.
But even better, you guys are here to do this, which is, you don't see that very often.
Definitely.
You know, like we said, we play a lot of benefits, but it's very rare that we get the option or offered to play something like this, and then once we get that call, we take it and we're like, yep, we're doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, which holds close to us. So.
No, so obviously we're not a heavy metal podcast. We're a horror movie podcast.
We're a horrible band,
so we've always felt like the two kind of go together. You know, are you guys fans of horror or anything?
Well, I mean, fans of horror as, like, you know, I guess fans of the outside world. We all have our own issues. We all have our own fans of cinema and theater.
Yeah.
But as far as since we've gotten together, I mean, we've gotten together and we've created our own sound, I think, and we've created our originals. And the thing is, we haven't got to play our originals too much. But as far as today, we figure our band as part of the arts, and to whether we're hard rock, I mean, we're about hard rock, I wouldn't say heavy metal, but I mean we're hard rock, and we like to, present them to everyone, and we've had a little bit of response, and every time it's good. And that's what we're grateful for. And we're grateful to be here for that.
So my question is, you asked, are you a fan of horror?
I forgot the question.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. So, having said that, 100%. Growing up, I was Catholic, right? You do this, you do that. You go to church. If you don't, whatever. However, as I grew up, the more I listened to music or watched movies or watched like horror things where producers or movies aren't afraid to explore the horror concept. When I was younger, yeah, I didn't like it. As I get older, I'm like, yes, I get it. I understand. And I say that, and I watch bands like Ghost. I watch bands like Sleep Token. Mm-hmm. These bands I love because it's the horror aspect of
what's
music.
funny? Like, I feel like Ghost gets a lot of crap.
And I think and again, I've seen Ghost a million times. I watched Tobias, who is the originator of Ghost. It comes off as anti-Christian music, whatever. Love Ghost because they're not afraid to tap into things that we grew up as, whereas this is going to be scary. We never question it. When we get older, what do? You rebel.
Yeah, exactly.
Now little things that used to scare me, I'm like, that was putting in to scare us. But, I love horror. Love horror. If you can watch a movie and it scares you and it tickles you in the feels, that's awesome.
I mean, if you grew up Catholic, then you were already exposed to horror. I mean, the Bible is a scary, scary book.
I did CCD. I did make a confirmation. Every Sunday I had to go to church and learn this stuff that I was like, I don't know. As a young kid, growing up, I had to go because my parents made me. But I always question, and that's something that you could never do. But like I said, watching bands like Ghost, watching bands like Sleep Token, their music is awesome, but their message they send out is awesome.
And the same, for me to be on the opposite end of the spectrum, huge Black Sabbath fan, I went through the same thing that he did. But you know what? Black Sabbath for me, growing up, it was just, that's it. And then Judas Priest, Pantera, Motorhead. It's like all that stuff. But then, we have all this genres that we get together, and then all of a sudden we created our band. So, not that it has anything to do with them or not, but we have all those influences. And it's great as far as that. And, you can be scary or melodic or tender or whatever you want to do.
I think you could throw Alice Cooper in that mix too.
Definitely. Alice Cooper is very
theatrical. And again, as a kid, you watch him, you're like, what is this?
Exactly.
But
Alice is very
you
different
grow
from
up 10 years later, and you're like, I see what he's doing. You're like, it makes sense,
Right.
And that's the thing is, it takes a little bit, but those are our inspirations. It took us a while to get there, but those bands, man, I'm telling you,
Yep.
they're awesome.
No, they're all great. Alice was a very good part of it.
So where can we hear you guys? Spotify.
All of that.
We're all over the place.
Spotify, Apple Play, or Google Play, Apple Music. Then Pandora. But the thing is, you have to look us up. So it's point the finger of the band, I guess, is how you would look us up. But with all that, we're definitely on Spotify and in Apple Play, Google Play, Apple Music.
I think the good thing is you're going to see a lot of bands tonight who are heavy metal, doing whatever. The one thing that we're musicians, and these guys are phenomenal. We're going to be a lot more melodic. We're going to be a lot more easier. We're going to be a lot more something different that we stay true to ourselves. And we do a lot of covers. We play covers every weekend. Every weekend we're booked. But to get here to play our originals for this
we're actually ecstatic for it because we don't get to do it very often.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome. No, we look forward to hearing you guys. Oh, I mean, we're stoked for the rest of the show. This is going to be absolutely
there's
awesome.
some really good bands here. We're
together a pretty good lineup.
Yeah, we're just
Different types of
That's
rock,
it. And we're smack dab in the middle. And band from 1 through 6, we're happy to be here with. So, and again, we appreciate being able to speak to you guys. So,
yeah, thank you. I mean, we played with Dysfunction and the Mighty Suicide Squirrels a couple times. I mean, they're awesome guys. I'm glad that Mark got this thing going.
Marcus is the best. Let's not pretend he's not. Marcus is the best.
But no, we're happy to be here, and we're happy to really be a part of this. As far as with people that some people that we, especially the people that we know, but in part people that we don't know that we're going to meet. You know, that's great.
Nice.
And that's one of the biggest things is, I mean, I was looking forward to seeing some of the other podcasts too. I mean, we've dealt with Marcus and Heavy Metal Over a Six Pack, but it's all about meeting new people.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing. It's we're just happy to be here with guys like you, man, who are doing what you're doing right now, putting local bands on, promoting what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're doing it.
Absolutely.
You know, we go out play covers tonight and make a lot of money, but we said, don't worry about it. Let's just come here, meet people like you, play with bands
But
like
I am going
this.
to tell you,
That's what it's about.
I am going to add that, you know what, we only get to do this a couple times a year, and when we can get up and play our originals, it's good for us to get out of that jukebox realm, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just, like I said, you know, to
You can only play Tom Petty so many times, and people are like,
you can only push all your cut, you know.
Freebird!
Yeah,
You're like, Freebird! God damn it, we know that one too. It's like,
for us to come here and then, like, we work out for these sets. Like, we do push-ups, and sit-ups, and squats, and lunges. But the thing is like, when we get out here and we actually get to play our originals for you guys, hey, we'll give you a few covers, but, you know, but at the same time...
Squirrels are going to start, so wrap it up.
Yeah, we got to wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Squirrels are starting, dude.
Squirrels are starting.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you, definitely.
Yeah, no,
Obviously,
really
we're happy to talk to everybody that's here.
No, man.
Sounds like
thank
something's
you,
going on.
Thank you for what you're doing. You don't see this at all. You don't see this anywhere. What you guys are doing with Marcus and everybody else, the minus 22. Hey, man, kudos for you guys.
Hey.
You know, it's fantastic. So
Yeah, it's a good cause.
it means more to more people out there than you let me know. So.
It's true, 100%. So thank you guys. We look forward to seeing you guys.
Hell yeah.
Definitely. Hopefully we'll see you guys sooner than later.
Absolutely.
Are these yours?
Now, whose are those?
I have no. Are they yours? Put them
Oh, they're Oakleys, and they're going to take them.
Thing on.
I have a thing where I just can't get over it right now. My son is like 7 feet behind me, and he's drinking beer that he ordered at a public place, and they handed it to him.
I mean, it's a Long Island iced tea.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Let's not be
ethnically.
dissecting the mosquito here. I have a child that drinks alcohol in public. Legally, mind
So
you.
do I. It's called my wife.
Legally, mind you.
It's called my wife.
All right, that's all I have for right now.
Ah. You know, sometimes I give my wife kids menus. It's happened twice.
Is it
The
because she's
110
so
grill.
short?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
when she stands next to Adrian, she's the same height, and they're obviously they're daughters, so they look the same. And yeah, they 2 kids menus, and I'm like,
No,
just
one adult menu.
Pretty good first band we just got to listen to there.
yeah, they were good.
We
Yeah, they're
might
very good.
talk to them in a few minutes.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh, we won't. Really?
Fuller than I expected, I guess. Or heavier. I don't know what
No,
heavier.
definitely.
Heavier than I expected.
The
Especially
guitar
for a
sounded really crisp.
especially
Yeah.
for a 3-piece. Like
Yeah,
very
totally.
tight for a 3-piece.
Oh yeah.
But all right, yeah, cool.
Sweet.
Fans of the Dead guys, I stuck a band over there. I just like took them right off of their comfort level. They're like, "Oh, we're just gonna hang out, drink a beer." I'm like, "Hey, do you want a band? Let's pop your cherry at this festival here."
I'll try to steal both Jeremy and Mike soon. We already got Mike in a little bit earlier.
Nice. Yeah, we got to loosen them up a little bit. Let's start getting them
It's the
drinking.
first time.
It's the first time for all of us. like their next segment, we're actually going to be doing a beer review over there in front of dozens of people.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Woo. That's pretty cool.
But, oh yeah! Now here comes the party.
Yep.
I just love people watching. All right, boys. We'll be back.
Sweet. Here they come. I think maybe. Grab a pair of headphones. I only get 2 microphones for now, but grab one, take them. You got that one there.
Yeah, man, this is my microphone.
That's his
This is
microphone.
my
You got plenty of slack.
I found mine. You got yours.
Plenty of slack. I'll turn yours up a little bit here.
Yeah, do what you need to.
We got some bag ladies with us.
Yo, what up? Having that over a 6-pack.
How you guys feeling? Good?
Feeling pretty good. I'm feeling on top of the world.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded very good. Very tight.
It sounded
very
awesome.
tight.
Yeah, it sounded
Thank you
pretty
both.
good.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Fuck yeah. I mean, I think last time we talked was a while ago, way back when. So, I mean, real quick, I mean, how'd you get everyone else? Because I know it was just you for most of it.
It was, yeah. The first time I came on this interview, it was just myself. I think we had just disbanded at the time.
Right, yeah.
I met our drummer, Frederick actually used to / still does sound at the Hawks and Reed in Greenfield, which is an excellent venue if you haven't heard of that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I actually went to school with Frederick for years, but we kind of reconnected later in life through music at that venue. And then Tim, I met drumming in his other band back in '86 at Hawks and Reed. I just saw him play once and I was like, really entertaining to watch. So after the band kind of broke up, I reached out to him and we connected. He was hesitant at first because he has a lot going on, but we quickly started jamming and clicked, and we've just been rolling ever since. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, you guys sound killer up there. As if we've been doing it forever. You know what I mean?
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I
Thank
mean,
you.
the connection between you guys is on point. On point.
I think we gelled really quick. Like once we started playing together, it didn't take too long to like feel like good friends. Feel like we've been playing together for a while.
That's a sign, if anything.
Yeah, definitely a sign.
When it's a struggle, it's not good.
Yeah. No, there's none of that.
Got Tim over here.
Hey, we got another
Speaking
person.
of
You guys are gonna have to share a mic, but you do have headphones if you want to hear everything.
All right, this one.
That's all you, buddy.
Got the drummer.
Yeah.
The gang's all here.
Gang's all here.
Fucking Chip, Tissue, and Penny.
It's not a boulder. It's a wrap. For a 3-piece, I'm like blown away by the sound.
Thanks,
it
man.
sounded so good.
Yeah, very full.
It might have been the monitors, but we also run 2 cabs up there coming from the Mesa, so I do that to try to balance the sound and boost it a bit. Cause
that makes sense.
Super smart.
Yeah, and I figured out a couple things too to try and like fill in since there's not another guitarist when he's soloing. Try to fill out my
I can
sound.
tell you added a little distortion to your bass.
Yeah. I have some distortion. I have some phase. So I have a fun time with my pedals for sure.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
Pedals are always
Dude,
fun.
killer on the kit, man.
Oh,
you
thanks
sounded awesome
so
with
much.
that, man.
Yeah. To this Tim here, Tim Tonia.
Make love, do it.
Check. But yeah, no, thanks for kicking it out with you guys, with everybody here and with you guys, and we're really happy though to be here with this event for all the vets and stuff, and you know we've all been affected at certain points in time or the other. With friends, family, whether suicide, drugs. So we're trying to continue to support obviously everybody going through hard times, and we've all been there as well. Everybody in this band, Mike's a really good inspiration too for me. He's been sober over a year now, so I'm really proud of him and everything.
Tugging at the heartstrings.
I'm still a little bit hyperactive, but I try to keep it. I try to still keep it in mind, though.
All that adrenaline.
It's so rude that those guys are playing back there when we're clearly trying to fucking hang out on a podcast.
We don't
so
go derail
disrespectful.
everybody. So what's next for you guys? Anything coming up? Anything music-wise? Releases?
Yeah, we have some shows coming up. We have an EP release show coming up at the Hawks and Reed in Greenfield on July 13th. Pretty stoked for that, but we'll be at UMass in a couple weeks for their spring fling right before they're out, and we're playing Empire in Albany in May with Keep Flying and Don't Panic.
Hell yeah.
That should be fun, and
Lots of shows lined up.
That's awesome.
We're playing my dad's house in June for his birthday.
House parties are always fun.
Man, fun shit.
Awesome.
But we should probably split if these guys are about to jam.
Perfect, yeah.
Great hanging with you guys. Heading over 6-pack. We love you guys.
Rock, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Have a nice day, boys.
Peace out.
Thanks, guys.
I'm going to start recording now.
Okay, what are we talking about?
Whatever you want.
Hey!
So we did some stuff.
We did.
Still here at RAMMFEST.
The bands are pretty good.
Dan's standing in front of me.
Dan is very tall.
Hi, Dan.
Why is Dan so tall?
It's worse when it's down here. He's like way taller.
Yeah, he's like 8 feet.
That's much better. Thank you. Now
Okay.
I feel less
Okay, now I'm at
intimidated.
eye level.
Yeah. Yeah, so we had, let's see, since the last time we talked, we had Bag Lady on. We did some dumb shit. And then, essentially, we had a new
dysfunction.
A new dysfunction. Very kind of drowning Polish.
Yeah.
Sort of, kind of.
Yeah, they were good.
Before that were the mighty Suicide Squirrels. Very punk. Very Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Yeah, I was going to say it reminds me a lot
A
of
little bit of Bob Burnquist. You get that reference? You get $1. Not for me, but to someone. Yeah, next up we have the Point the Finger with Matt Black, who is the owner of the Red Onion.
No, I'm actually really
Otter
excited
River
to hear
Hotel.
these guys.
Yeah, no, they've been around for a little while, actually. I think we played with them way back when. Yeah, I think it was cool. Oh, and
what kind of music do they play? Do they play like
loud music?
Loud music.
Yeah, and then the Fans of the Dead guys had a little thing going on. They made, well, me and Jeremy eat this, what is called a cherry bomb, which was a pepper stuffed with prosciutto and supposedly 22 million Scoville units of
Did you
stuff.
taste the heat?
No, I mean, it was spicy, but like, I mean, I've had way worse things in my mouth. So like, and I've worked in a kitchen for how many years now? I mean, I can only count the number of times I've been orally assaulted. So, you know, it's fine.
I feel like I could handle 22 million.
My brother's listening also at the moment, so.
Yeah. Hi, Bill.
He agrees. He knows what's going on.
He's over there nodding off.
And in the background, you can hear Point the Finger doing a little sound check action. Zach's on the board.
Those drums sound really crisp.
They sound awesome. That drum set's pretty intense. It's not mine. First time I've not brought my own drum set to my own show.
Are you using the deep snare?
I have his snare, which is also loud as fuck. So
Yeah.
It sounds like you're getting spanked in a fucking well.
Oh yeah. I'm
All
really
that
excited
echo.
for our set.
Yeah, no, I mean, we got the bass drop now. We're gonna make loud noises.
Oh yeah.
I
I'm
think it'll be good.
especially happy for the bass drop.
I mean, if anyone didn't notice, minus 22's here, Dave's here. You'll probably hear him at some point again. This stuff's here. We're having fun. We're doing things. Doing things.
Mr. Tallman.
Great turnout. A lot of people.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Even the guy from Sony said.
Yeah, well, supposedly there is a man here with some kind of device that looks like it could impregnate aliens, but essentially he is from Sony Media.
Which is really exciting.
Which is something, which not often do you see, especially a place like this. I mean, it's Gardner. It's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Right,
But like,
yeah.
I mean, to have that kind of presence. He has a big stick.
He does have a big stick.
May or may not penetrate someone.
With two things pointing
Oh,
off.
that too.
I want to say the microphones.
They are, because I walked by and I ducked under it, and he's like, no, man, it's cool. It's just audio. So I assume it's some kind of recording device, and that bass is hurting my microphone.
Oh yeah.
A lot.
I can hear it pretty loud.
I'm gonna do this. Hello? Oh, weird. Oh. See what before I use the mouse?
Can you find your mic? Can you find the mouse?
I got it. It's not letting me turn this off. Probably because it's recording. That's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, we shall continue this and see what's going on.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on.
Till the next 8 seconds. Hey, we're back. We did some. You don't have a microphone. We just did our game show, which the idea was we did a collab essentially between Friends of the Dead guys and us, and it was a game show in the fact that the question would be you'd be given a name or a word, I guess, and you have to guess if it's the name of a metal song or if it's the name of a horror movie.
It's actually a really cool idea.
And well, Jake Hawkins is our winner. No one else got any of the questions right except for him. He got the first one right. And
Who gets Walk With Me and Hell wrong?
I mean, it's like
that saddens
the number 2 most popular Lamb of God song ever. That's fine.
That saddens me.
I don't know.
Walk With Me and Hell. Movie.
It's like, and then Marcus passed out. Yeah.
That guy got kicked out of the show.
Yeah, he doesn't live here anymore.
He doesn't exist
Yeah,
anymore.
his car tires got slashed, and
Yep. Now Jake gets to wear a purple hat around.
Well, I mean, look at him. He deserves a purple hat and a medal.
Yeah, yeah.
By the fans of the Dead Boys. We get
Definitely
creation
cool.
for Crisis, tuning in and sound check behind us, which is why it sounds like I'm in a fucking tunnel full of fucking explosions.
I'm really excited for the stuff because apparently.
Yeah, they got some new shit. I guess they're in the process of writing some or recording and
They're
like a
even
new
doing
EP
an
coming up.
acoustic
But they have that acoustic.
Yeah.
That they was talking about, so that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely really cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear it for sure.
Should be good. Any other thoughts?
No.
And now it's Crazy Train.
And Crazy
All right, and we continue from here.
So yeah, we're here with the Heavy Metal Over Six Pack guys. How y'all doing?
What's up, Doug?
Another day in paradise, my friend. How are you?
How much money did the show raise?
All right, so unofficially, we are around the $2,000 mark.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's really good.
That is unofficially, like at the absolute like floor, I think it's 1,800, and at the absolute ceiling, I think it's 22. I'm actually still doing some calculations, and some youngsters came in with like some Cash App and some things that I haven't used in ever, but I didn't want to deny them the opportunity.
Hey, as long as it
so-
comes through. No, that's cool. That's awesome.
Let's just start with like the name, like the -22. Like fallen veterans, like actually know the number 22 because they lose 22 soldiers every single day to either suicide or whatever the case like may be. And like the -22 Foundation has always been focused on assisting. There has never been anything for the veteran families in the case of said tragedy.
Like after the fact.
And I know Dave, and I'm speaking very loosely for Dave. I know he actually lost like a lot of veteran brothers, like in his class of service.
Yeah, as of the video that's on the website, he said 9. That's
right. Quite a
crazy
few.
to think about.
And and if you know Dave, like Dave wears his heart on the sleeve, and like he carries that burden, like kind of a thing. And like he actually even went through the process of like, you know, like his veteran benefits, and like just even himself, like obviously being like alive and well, and went through a couple of conversations where and there's actually a few podcasts are good for, if you don't mind if I give him a shout out.
No, absolutely.
The Beard and the Beef.
That's
The Beard and the Beef podcast. Jake Hawkins is actually a member of the board on the -22, and actually him and Dave actually did an episode. It was one of their first few episodes because like they're a relatively new podcast, like so like one of the first 3 or 4. And I listened to that episode, and Dave actually like went like really deep into like the whole like -22 like thing, and like basically speaking, it was like there wasn't anything for these families. Like so if like one of his fallen brothers like actually like came home, committed suicide, like his families were basically, their families were just basically like just set the pastor kind of a thing. And he's like, this isn't right. And like he talked to a couple like higher ups like in his ranks and like whatnot. It's like, what are we doing for the families of these people? And like basically figured out that it was either very difficult or there wasn't much at all. So his whole purpose with the -22 is to actually support the families of the people, like the veterans that actually like took their own lives, and in honor of their service, like support their families. And they currently nationally support 4 families.
Correct. Yep.
Wow.
So
care
that's
packages and
Yep.
that's
Grocery
that's
gift cards
yep,
and-
that's exactly, that's groceries, that's gas gift cards, that's you know, the things that they're now lacking because they just don't have those funds anymore. And that's why it's like such just it's a powerful thing to like kind of get behind, because it's one thing to be a veteran, and it's another thing to understand like what they come home with.
Right.
And I'm in a position where I can never understand what they can come home with, because like I was not there. Like I'm one of the very few people in my family that did not opt to actually like, you know, sign up for service, but I can feel the pain that these guys like kind of come home with, and like I can only imagine like what their experiences are and the positive things that he's actually like trying to do like on that sense. And he has a major aspirations. Like they actually want to like set up housing, and like they want to do like a lot of things, but obviously you can't do any of that like without funds. And like what better way to get funds than say, hey, we're gonna do a support show, and we're gonna play some music, and we're gonna entertain you, and everybody usually comes. And
no, that was a Great idea.
Right.
Yeah,
This
it was a lot of
particular,
fun.
we as a Heavy Metal Over Six Pack podcast, like we dedicated 4 shows like last year, and like one got canceled, so we did 3 last year. This was actually technically like the 4th show, and what I can tell you is the first show made a couple $100, like one venue, like, but it was actually inspiring to see the people that actually came just to talk to Dave, as like former, like also veterans. It's like, oh, I actually want to talk to this guy because like he has experiences, I have experiences, like so like that was actually like me personally, that was inspiring.
Yeah.
So the
benefit
dollars
shows
are
are
unofficial,
definitely-
but like we started small. We made like $1,000 like on a summer event last year. We made like 1,200 on the Christmas show. This event is actually going to lap both of those. I believe. Like once we put the funds together, and even if it doesn't, I might make it lap both of those because it's an important thing and it's awesome, and it's just awesome to hand like Dave like just a wad of cash. Like, here, this is for you, your families, your service, and your efforts, and everybody else behind you that you represent. And it's a cool thing, and like that's what a lot of people come out for. It's not like obviously the only reason, but it's cool to see, and it's been an actual honor to put these things together for him. Like he's thankful to us. It's like, no, like thank you, like thank you for your
No,
sacrifice.
I feel like everyone was
and your
thankful,
brother's
and, like, the
sacrifice.
vibe was really chill. Everyone was in a good mood, like knowing that it was for a good thing. I mean, benefit shows usually are a different experience than just a regular show, you know?
Yeah, I mean, when we sat down with Point the Finger, and they seemed very, very, very grateful, happy to be there, and you know,
They thanked us a bunch of times. Like, what are you thanking me for? Thank you guys. Like, no, thank you.
It's all about presence, man. Because like that's actually the other thing I like to actually bring up. Because all you have to do is like bring up that cause, and like 6 bands jumped on that bill.
Yeah.
And I say jumped. I didn't have to twist anybody's arm. I didn't have to like ask like a second time and say, hey, I'm doing this thing. It's going to be for this. We're going to like, this is kind of like what I'm thinking. It's a little bit different. Like, I'm going to kind of mix it up. They're like, yep. I was like, well, I wasn't finished explaining it. It's like, yep.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, no, it's fine. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah, whatever. Tell me what to do.
Right, totally.
I mean, to be fair, even you guys just, you had no idea what you were walking into.
No, I had no idea. And then it's like, okay, you got like 20 minutes of time. I'm like, oh no. Like, what are we gonna do, dude? We're gonna be like in between 2 bands, and I just pictured a bunch of metalheads, and then just me and Jeremy. Hey guys, how you doing? We're just gonna talk for a little bit. I'm like, who are these assholes? And I mean, that was smart. Like in between the bands, breaking down, setting up. It was just something else going on.
There's something to be said about you, especially when you try to do something on like such a grand scale. I mean, honestly, the only thing we were missing was food.
Yeah.
And we tried. Like
I reached out to my people, but nothing.
like we were actually trying, because like when you have like something like so long, like you have to basically like just entertain people like the whole time. Like there can't be any breaks, because that's when they like start to wander. It's like not to make fun of our generation's like attention span, but
Well, yeah. I mean, even when the band's like, okay, this is our last song, you see people start to trickle out. They go line up at the bar. They're going to the bathroom. They're going out to smoke or whatever. But like, no, it was a good crowd.
yeah, the best festivals I've ever seen have always had something like going on like in between. Like it's like,
Well, the Snowbound, when they used to do that, they used to have 2 stages. So one, and then while that one's breaking down, you have a second stage, whether it's like an acoustic act or something that just fills.
right, something small. It wasn't generally like a full band like kind of a thing. It was usually like an acoustic dude, but like like something was playing, and it just keeps you engaged in like the actual event, because if you look at it in like a nutshell, I mean it's 5 hours.
Long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
But,
a
I
fast
mean-
5 hours, though. I mean, that.
Well,
it
that's
went
what
by quick.
that was actually the thing I was gonna say. It's like you go to any national show. I mean, those are 5 hours too, guys. Like, but you have like a massive amount of downtime. But you were not leaving because like, oh well, I'm here because of the headliner or like the support, like a certain support act, like kind of a thing. It's like there's a lot of downtime in like those national things. So like when you go locally and like you kind of have like some form of like entertainment like throughout the whole thing, it's like that's a game changer. And like, I don't know. That's honestly like what we were going for, and it's what we're going to continue to go for, because I've always tried to like the events we run. It's like throw a comedian up there in between, like have somebody just like do anything. I don't know,
Yeah.
like have some Have some clown do a freaking song and a dance or juggle or play with his dog. I mean, whatever. It'll entertain people.
Make those like party balloons on the side.
The balloons would have been fabulous, man. They would have been floating around all over the place.
Here's an upside down cross. Yeah, that's pretty metal. There you go. This one's a sword. That's just the cross. Right side.
It's the other way.
But to the original point, I mean, obviously I'm not saying it to the full extent that Dave obviously could have, but that's basically like what the -22 is, and that's why I think it's important, and a lot of other people think it's important as well, and it's a cool thing.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the next one.
That's gonna be at the Palladium, right?
Yeah, sure.
I wish, man. Like I'm telling you, like you start doing these annual things, and it just keeps like growing and growing and growing, and we did 4 events last year. 4 events, and I think every single one of them in succession has actually gotten like a little bit bigger. Now I don't know if that means like the message is like getting out and people are starting to pay attention, and it's like, oh, these guys are actually legit. Because like that's actually the other thing that like we actually try to do when we do a show. We try to make it as legitimate as humanly possible. We want local rock and metal bands to feel like they're actually in an event. Like I want those guys coming off that stage feeling like rock stars. That's why we put like the added aesthetics. Like we put the risers, the banners, the full light show, and Zach Surratt of New Era Audio and Productions did an absolutely amazing job with sound.
Did great.
Oh, yep. I was talking to Jeremy about that before. Yeah. Like, yeah, he was running around.
Working his ass off.
And sound alone, like all the crap that I talk about is like that's all that gussied up thing. But when you make a band sound like an actual professional band, like that's there's nothing better than that feeling coming off that stage.
Yeah, I said that to Mike too. I mean, the mix was great. I mean, I told him I felt old because I was going, this seems loud.
I'm glad you said it because I was gonna say that Jeremy complained it was too loud.
Well, it's just me. It was just like I don't know.
Yeah.
We had I feel like at one point we had a dual level competition because I think like the downstairs they had the members bar had a cover band playing downstairs, and like I think they figured out it's like, oh well, you're not gonna hear each other like when we're all playing, but like in between the breaks you can definitely hear each other. It's like it's like, oh, all right, bring it, bud.
I did not notice that there was another band playing it until I was walking down the stairs.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no shit. 2 shows in one place?
Yeah.
We had a solid hour of breakdown music. That was actually pretty entertaining.
That's cool. Some Pantera, a little Metallica.
Nice.
And I noticed they brought all their heavy stuff out later.
That's usually how it works.
Never knew a band that did that before.
Once the older crowd starts trickling out.
Yeah.
That's right.
You and
want me to
everyone
clear
else's significant other. Then you can put that.
Yeah, you want me to clear this room? Hold my beer.
Very much.
All right, cool. Well, thanks, guys. We'll definitely get the word out. Maybe raise a little bit more money for your Bud Lights. All right, guys.
Cool.
All right.
Cool. All right.
Peace.
Yes. See ya.
That is the end of this episode. Thank you for tuning in to another exciting episode of Heavy Metal Over a Six-Pack podcast. Marcus, Dave, and Anthony signing off. Check out the podcast at hmoa6pack.podomatic.net. Email hmoa6pack@gmail.com. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.